I'm fine, thanks.
Good, good. And how are things at work?
They're well.
Tell me.
Well, I'm settling in. My sales figures start out average, but they've been steadily improving, so yes, I think it's all going very well.
Good. And the office?
The office?
The office. You get along with everyone?
Yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
About what?
Anything.
Well, I suppose I've disagreed about some views, about sales, about our approach.
You have.
Oh, but we all express our opinions. It's part of our jobs,
And then you come to some kind of consensus.
Yes, yeah.
And the work proceeds down the agreed route?
Yes.
You have disagreed with others in the office, but things are resolved amicably.
Amicably, yes.
So you are all friends.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that, but we all get along.
I see. Well, that all sounds fine. Emma,
Yes.
I want to remind you of something. This is the contract you signed when you joined the company.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yes.
Did you read it before you signed it?
Yes.
Good. Take a look at page 3, will you? Paragraph 5.
All right.
Does it start no employee, officer, or director?
No employee, officer, or director. Yes.
Good. Could you read it for me, please? Could you read it out loud, please, so we can discuss it?
Oh. No employee, officer, or director of the company shall engage with any other employee, officer, or director of the company in any relationship, activity, or act which is wholly, predominantly, or partly of a nature which can be characterized as sexual or romantic without notifying the company of said relationship, activity, or act. Yes?
Do you remember that paragraph?
Yes.
You read it?
I think I did.
Good. It exists to safeguard against unfair or discriminatory conduct, to ensure against favoritism.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I wanted to draw it to your attention,
Why?
in case you'd forgotten to read it.
What made you think that I had?
We all miss parts of contracts sometimes.
So this is just normal practice? You remind everyone.
Everyone. No.
So why me then? Are you implying something?
No.
Are you implying that I'm having a sexual or romantic relationship with someone at work?
No. Because if you were, you would tell me, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Good.
Sorry, obviously I don't understand.
I think you do. You've read it over, out loud. We both heard you. And so that's all right then. It's all very clear, isn't it?
Okay, yes.
Good. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No.
Well, that's all then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine.
Since we last spoke? Good?
Yes.
Good. And in the office, all still friends?
we all get along.
Everyone's friends.
As I said before, I think I wouldn't call us all friends.
What would you call them?
Colleagues.
Coworkers.
Colleagues.
You merely have a working relationship with them.
Well, not all of them. Some I would call friends. Just not all.
The others you would describe as colleagues. They are all either friends or colleagues.
Yes. Or both.
Or both. Yes. Well, that's all as it should be.
Good.
Do you remember what we spoke about before?
Yes.
And do you have anything to tell me now?
About relationships at work.
Just romantic or sexual relationships. Relationships per se are not my concern. We all have those, don't we?
So, sexual or romantic relationships at work. Have I had any? Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
No, I haven't. I would have told you.
Thought it might have slipped your mind.
Why? What are you saying? Are you saying that something's going on?
Going on?
Yes.
Something romantic or sexual?
Yes.
No, I'm not saying anything like that, no.
Well, I just don't understand what you've called me in here for.
Just a chat.
All right.
Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Jesus.
I'm sorry. Are you all right, Emma?
Yes.
Good. Do you know what we mean by romantic?
Yes.
You are aware of our definition?
Your definition?
The company, yes.
You have your own definition.
The company's definition, would you like to read it?
Do I need to?
Well, have you seen it before?
No.
Then maybe you should.
Do you want me to read this out loud, too?
Why not?
In using the term romantic, the company defines romantic as the following. Any gesture, indication, communication, verbal or otherwise, appearance, message, understanding, or organized meeting or event which is perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Yes?
Is that clear to you?
Perpetrated?
Yes.
Does not sound at all romantic to me.
Well, when you or I use the term romantic, we only mean a general idea. A feeling, a warmth, maybe a vague possibility. But the use of the term in the contract has legal implications in the event of an incident coming to our attention. So I'm sure you can agree it's important that it is carefully defined.
This is quite a broad definition.
No, it is precise. Perpetrated with a view to advancing the relationship toward love. Quite precise.
This could mean almost anything.
No. If you were to put your hand on my arm, would that be romantic?
Yes.
No. Because it is obvious and deliberate. It is out of context. You may put your hand on anyone for any number of reasons. That is not definitively romantic. That is not advancing the relationship toward love.
Okay.
But if we were out of the office with everyone else and I asked you if you wanted a coffee from the machine.
And there are other people in the room.
Yes, lots. Everyone else.
But you asked just me if I want a coffee.
Yes.
Well, I suppose that there wouldn't be any other way of reading that, so yes, by your definition, that would be romantic.
Correct. Is that clear to you now?
Pretty much.
We could run it over again.
No, that's fine, thank you. It's clear.
So, bearing all that in mind, is there anything you would like to tell me?
No.
All right.
Is that it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine.
Good, good.
Fine.
Good. In the office, things are well?
Yes.
Good. You still have your friends and your colleagues?
My friends and my colleagues?
Yes?
My friends and my colleagues, yes.
Good. I want to talk to you about Darren Green.
Okay.
Do you know Darren?
Yes. He works in my office.
And would you say that by your definition, he is a colleague,
Yes.
but not a friend?
Look, I don't want to be rude.
Of course.
I don't want to be rude, but I don't have to tell you who my friends are, do I? I mean, there's nothing in my contract about that.
No, but I mean, no, of course. You don't have to tell me. I was just making conversation.
Oh, I see.
That's fine.
So, what did you want to ask me about Darren?
Do you think you work well with him?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
And there's nothing you want to tell me about Darren?
No.
I see. It's just Darren. Darren has come to see me. And he has told me you went out for dinner.
Has he?
Yes.
Okay.
So, would you like to tell me anything?
No.
Are you sure? Bearing in mind what Darren has said? Bearing in mind what we discussed before?
I don't know why Darren has told you that we went out for dinner.
So are you saying you didn't go out for dinner?
No, I'm not saying that we didn't go out for dinner. I'm saying I don't know why Darren has told you that we went out for dinner.
He said he thought it was romantic.
Did he?
Yes,
Well, I didn't.
I see.
If I thought anything romantic had happened, I would have told you. As we discussed, it's in my contract. But as far as I'm concerned, I've never done anything romantic with Darren Green.
I see.
I would tell you if something were to happen.
Yes.
But it hasn't. Don't worry.
Yes. All right, well, I will have Darren back in again. Tell him you didn't think it was romantic. See what he says. Maybe we can come to some consensus on this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much. And Emma,
Yes?
I would prefer if you didn't talk to Darren about this until it's resolved. We don't want to muddy the water.
You don't want me to talk to him?
Not about any of this, no. I think that's best, to keep it clear at this stage until it's all sorted out.
All right.
All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How's things?
Fine. Have you, spoken with Darren?
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the dinner was romantic, and therefore should have been telling me. He seemed quite agitated about it. He's actually given me a few details to discuss with you.
Okay.
Okay? So. Apparently, there was a candle on the table.
Is that it?
No, that's not it, Emma, please. Let me finish. He says that there was a substantial amount of eye contact, that you, on a number of occasions, touched his arm. He goes on. Later in the evening, after you had left the club and you were in the taxi, you put your hand on his inner thigh. He reports this caused him to become aroused. When you got out, you kissed him goodbye on the cheek. This then became mouth-to-mouth kissing. Is this all true?
I'm not saying that it is true or isn't true, but the point is that I don't think any of that would necessarily be romantic.
You don't?
No. According to your description, it's quite possible that all of those actions could have been perpetrated not to increase the love in the relationship,
No?
but merely to attract the other person to have sex.
I see. But then that would be a sexual relationship.
No. Nothing in your description was technically a sexual act. Nothing you described went that far.
I see. So you are saying these acts were done merely for the purpose of achieving sex. They were not done in any way out of love.
Well, they might have been, I don't know. The point is that I'm speaking hypothetically.
I see. Well, thank you for your suggestions. I will put them to Darren. That all these acts that he had misconstrued as being to do with emotion or love, I will convey that you think they were done purely to lure him into having sex. That there was no romance at any stage of the evening. Romance? No love at all. I will convey those to him. They may help to clarify it for him. Thank you.
Is that it?
Yes. And as before, I would appreciate if you didn't talk to Darren about this until it's resolved.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. Did you talk to Darren?
No, you said not to.
Yes, good, quite right. Now, I thought you would want to know the situation has been resolved. I put your explanation to Darren as to why those acts might have been done. He listened very carefully. He's thought it over. And now, eventually, agreed that there was nothing romantic or sexual happening between you.
I see.
Just so that you know.
Right.
All right?
So, can I talk to him now?
What? About this?
Yes.
Better not. You're a professional. Bad practice.
But I...
Something the matter?
No,
Good.
so we all just move on?
Unless there's something else?
No.
All right then. I think that's everything.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for your time. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, Darren has come to me, and he has told me that you are now having both a romantic and a sexual relationship. Is this true?
Yes, it is. We are.
Right. I wonder if you could outline the history and nature of the relationship for me?
Okay. Well, we went out for dinner, and at the time, I thought that I only wanted sex from him. However, he was then told that, and subsequently, he backed away. But a few days ago, after work, we went out to the pub and...
Wellington.
Yes.
Yes.
So Darren's told you all this already.
He's told me his side of the story.
Okay. Well, we got very drunk, and we went back to my place where we had sex, and we've been seeing each other for about a week.
A week.
Yes.
But have waited until now to inform us?
Yes, we decided together.
You decided together to only tell us now after a week's work?
Yes.
Why?
Well, we wanted to be certain of the definition of the relationship. We didn't want there to be any confusion. We've been monitoring it very carefully, and it's only now that we're able to confidently define the relationship in the terms outlined in the contract.
But you are now confident in the definition?
Yes, we both are.
You and Darren?
Yes. Did Darren not discuss all this with you?
Yes.
So why are we going over it again?
It's important for us to get a truthful picture, to take all the views we can.
Okay, well, we are now having both a sexual and romantic relationship.
I see.
So, is that all right then, now that I've told you?
How did you find the sex?
Sorry?
The sex? How would you describe it? Was it good?
I don't have to tell you that.
It's important for us to know what kind of relationship you're having. A loving relationship with little or no sex creates an entirely different office dynamic than a relationship with a loving and regular sex life. So it is important for us to know how it was.
But I don't have to tell you this.
No, you don't have to tell me. If we don't have the facts, we will go on estimates, assumptions. Would you rather I made assumptions?
It was good.
Okay. Darren has said excellent. Can we compromise and say very good?
Sure.
Okay, I'll put that to Darren to confirm. And how many times have you had sex this week?
Four?
Sorry?
4?
Darren has said 5.
He must be counting something else that we did.
What?
Something else that we did.
What? Oh. All right, well, I don't think that counts. I'll put 4. Mention that to Darren as well, that you would say 4, not 5. Okay. Do you love him?
Not yet.
Good. Darren said no too.
Right.
And how long do you see this lasting?
What did he say?
I'd rather you give us an honest answer, help us get a truthful picture.
I don't know, maybe a year?
Darren said a few weeks.
Oh.
Which maybe we can compromise and say 6 months?
Sure.
Okay, which would put us at mid-October.
Might not last that long.
Just keep me informed. Okay, I'll tell Darren about mid-October. And last thing here, are you thinking about children?
No.
Please, Emma. Please be honest with me. Have you thought at any point about having a child with him?
I suppose I thought about it once.
Right. When?
We were in a park at night, and he was sitting on a swing. I thought he would make a good father.
But when?
2 nights ago at 1 in the morning.
All right. Okay, so give me a minute here. I have to add them up. Okay. Okay, so based on the information you've provided and the scores produced by that information, Darren will be relocated to Richmond.
That's miles away.
It's only 13 miles away. Company policy. But thank you for informing us at this stage. It really makes things a lot easier for us.
Well, I had to, didn't I?
Yes, you did have to. But thank you all the same.
So, you'll tell Darren today?
Possibly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are things?
Fine, thanks.
Good. And Darren?
He's fine too, thanks.
Good. Now, I haven't seen you for a while. How are things in the office?
They're good.
Getting on with everyone?
Yeah.
Good. You've been with us for what, 8 months now? You'll have your annual review coming up with the chance of a promotion and a pay raise.
Yes.
Will you be applying for those?
Yes. Well, I need the money. I'm pregnant.
Yes, so I hear. Congratulations.
You knew?
Yes.
How? I only found out yesterday.
I think you told Sarah this morning after the staff meeting.
And she told you?
Sarah brought it up with me because she reasoned correctly that it would be relevant for our staff projections.
Isn't it up to me to tell you?
Well, I assume you'll be wanting to take maternity leave at some point,
Yes.
so you can see how that would affect our staff projections. Is something the matter?
No.
Good. Now, what I wanted to talk to you about was next week.
Next week?
Next week is 6 months. The 22nd of October. 6 months since you and Darren informed us of your relationship.
Oh, right.
And you informed us that you both thought it would last 6 months.
Oh. Well,
I just want to make sure we're still on track for this because we are very keen to bring Darren back here.
sorry. You want us to split up?
As you said you would on the 22nd of October?
Well, no. I'm pregnant.
Right.
It's his baby.
Right. You see, the thing is, Emma, your position and employment in this company is founded on you being transparent in your dealings with us. You told us the relationship would last 6 months. Are you saying this wasn't true?
Well, we were guessing. I mean, things have gone really well.
Well, what is it now?
Sorry?
How long will it go on for now?
Well, I'm pregnant, so I hope forever.
Forever.
Yes.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, no, see, this is a problem, Emma. You know, this really gums up the works. We'd base the plans for next year on Darren being back at head office from October onward. But if you and Darren are still having a sexual and romantic relationship, then, well, we have a problem.
Sorry?
Right. 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 Okay. I'm sorry, Emma, but this is just not acceptable. To go back on this, I think you and Darren need to decide what you want to do, because if things stay as they are, we're going to have to dismiss you both for professional misconduct and fraud.
What?
Which would leave a blot on your record. No reference. And as I'm sure you can imagine, that would make it quite difficult for you to find alternative employment the way things are these days. Oh, jobs like this don't just grow on trees.
Oh, I know.
Not these days.
No.
There are hundreds of applicants for every position, Emma.
I know.
So, you should talk to Darren about what you want to do.
Yes.
We don't want to lose you, either of you.
No. Can I go now?
Yes, just come back when you've decided. Emma, come in, sit down. How are things?
They're all right. I spoke with Darren and we made a decision.
Good.
We're going to split up. We both want to stay and we don't want to cause the company any problems.
It was what we agreed, wasn't it? I'm very impressed by your and Darren's commitment to standing by this.
Do you need to know what happened when I told him?
No.
We were having lunch in the cafeteria. He was having lasagna, I was having the vegetable curry. I told him what you said, and he said that we would have to quit, that he couldn't bear the thought of not being with me. He took my hand and he told me that he would protect me, that we'd live together as a family and make it work somehow. But I said that with the baby coming, we couldn't afford to be out of work. I mean, we just had to split up because we had to have money. Without money, you can't have any kind of life, can you? He kept saying that he wouldn't agree, but I kept saying that it was for the baby. We had to think of the baby first. And then he started to cry, and I took my hand away. We just sat there for 5 minutes without saying anything. And he got up and walked away, and I guess that was the decision made. Maybe you didn't need to know all of that, but I wanted to tell you.
I thought that you sat together without saying anything for 10 minutes.
What?
You said 5.
It could have been 10, yes. How would you know?
Oh, the whole building is monitored for safety, fair practice at work, etc.
You monitor everything.
Yes, everything relevant we do. So, it was 10 minutes?
Yes.
Good, well, thank you for coming and telling me that. Is there anything else?
No, I just wanted to tell you.
Yes.
But you already knew.
Yes. Thank you. Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. It's good to have you back in the office after what, 6 weeks?
It's good to be back.
Good, good. And everything went well? The birth? You don't have to tell me, I'm just making conversation.
It all went fine. Thank you.
Good. And thank you for informing us of your pregnancy. It really made things here a lot easier for us. And you got your maternity leave.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Full maternity leave.
Thank you.
Of course! And I'm terribly sorry the promotion didn't work out.
Well, that's all right. Maybe next year.
Yes, maybe. How are you managing for money with a son? Just small talk.
It's not easy, but his father gives us money.
Yes, Darren, isn't it?
Yes.
Good. He can afford it too with all his hard work.
Yes, Darren sees Stephen every week.
But there's nothing happening you feel you should tell me about?
Oh, no, we don't speak at all, don't worry.
What about when he comes to collect Stephen. Sorry, Stephen.
Yes, I suppose I see Darren then.
Right?
But nothing happens. I mean, we just talk for a couple of minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. Do you have children?
Thing is, Emma, the company has reviewed your situation with Darren and has concluded that it can still be characterized as partly sexual.
What? But it's not. I mean, we stopped.
Please, Emma.
You told us to, remember?
Emma, please let me finish. You see, the presence of a child produced through sex means that this will not change. Darren is the father of your son. As long as his son continues to live, it is the embodiment in the purest sense of a continuing partly sexual relationship. Therefore...
Continues to live?
What? Oh. No. Please.
What do you say?
Please, Emma, no hysterics.
What do you want me to do? Kill my son? You want me to kill him to finish the sexual relationship?
No, Emma, please don't be ridiculous. You must assume that your son will continue to live, and to live with you, and that the sexual bond between yourself and Darren will similarly continue. So, we're going to relocate Darren.
Again?
No. Is it? No. Oh, yes. Relocate him again. This will solve the problem. Reduce the risk of any unhelpful social contact in the workplace.
Well, where to?
Sorry?
Where are you going to relocate him to?
Oh, Winnipeg.
Winnipeg?
Winnipeg.
Where's Winnipeg?
In Manitoba.
Where's Manitoba?
In Canada.
Canada?
Canada, it's just...
I know where Canada is. For how long?
Indefinitely.
But he won't get to see his son.
Yes, that's true. That will help as well.
No. Darren won't agree to this.
He already has.
Oh.
Short of dismissing you both, which we really didn't want to do, this was the only option. Darren understood that.
What about Stephen?
Who's Stephen?
My son, Darren's son.
Oh, yes?
He won't get to see his father growing up.
That's not the company's concern. That's a private matter.
No, it is the company's concern. Because without access to his son, Darren will get depressed and upset, and his work performance will suffer. And I'll have to deal with Stephen missing his father, and that will cause me stress, so my work may be affected as well. So you can see, it really is the company's concern.
Our research doesn't suggest any of that. We don't think it'll be a problem. But we keep these things monitored, as you know, so if your sales figures were to suffer after Darren is relocated, then...
You might bring him back?
Then we might consider your suitability for this company. But I doubt that'll be an issue. Your sales figures are always excellent, aren't they? As are Darren's. It would be a shame if anything were to affect them.
Is that all you want?
Yes. And as before, I'd be grateful if you didn't talk to Darren about this until it's resolved. There's no need. It'll just complicate matters.
Can I go now?
Yes. Do come and see me if you have any problems. are you?
Better.
We're very sorry. We all are.
Thank you.
Did you receive the complimentary flowers?
Yes.
How was the funeral?
Small.
Just a few relatives.
I wish Darren could have been there.
Yes. Well, obviously that's impossible.
Why? Stephen's dead now. Why does it matter?
Who's Stephen?
My son.
Oh, Stephen. Yes, well, you see, this is actually it, Emma. You see, we're simply desperate to bring back Darren from Winnipeg.
Back here?
Yes.
Oh,
We think the company would benefit from his experience.
yes.
And you always worked well with him.
Yes.
You would like to have him back as a colleague again, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But we have a problem, which is this. We have to be seen as consistent internationally, and as long as there is a sexual bond between you and Darren, as long as your son is alive.
My son is dead, I told you.
Yes. So you say. The thing is, we only know that because you've told us, which really isn't enough for our lawyers. We require proof.
I'll bring the death certificate in tomorrow.
Thank you, Emma, that's very kind. But I'm afraid legally, because we have to be consistent internationally, and some countries' certificates of death are far less reliable than others, I'm sure you can imagine. I'm afraid legally that isn't enough. We really require the actual body.
The body?
Yes. So our scientists can check it's the right child, check it is indeed deceased, match its DNA against yours and Darren's.
You have my DNA?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
All this is just a legal requirement, really.
I buried him. He's in the ground now.
Yes, I'm sorry about that. No one was available to deal with this over the weekend. Is there anything you can do to help us out?
You want me to dig him up?
I'm sure you wouldn't have to do it yourself.
No, I can't do that.
Because we really need Darren back. And we think you do too. To assist with sales, obviously.
Yes.
Do you want to make a few phone calls, see what you can do?
All right.
Let me know how it goes. What's this? Oh.
You wanted to see it.
Yes. Thank you for bringing this. Thank you for bringing this along. I'll pass it along. Now, I'm afraid, as it turns out, Darren has decided to stay in Winnipeg.
What?
I know. He said he doesn't want to relocate. He says he has nothing to come back for.
Oh. What?
Which we really don't agree with. It is a real pain.
But I brought you this, what you said you needed. Why didn't you order him?
We're not the army, Emma. We can't just give out orders.
Well, then I can move to Winnipeg. I mean, now that you have what you want, I can be relocated.
We don't need you in Winnipeg, Emma. We need you here. We don't just relocate people for fun.
I don't have anything here. My baby's dead. Do you understand what that means? Do you care?
You have excellent prospects.
Do you care about me at all?
Yes, we have a duty of care to every employee. This is the leaflet if you'd like to take a look.
I can't leave this company. As you said, I wouldn't get another job.
No.
So that would be it then. Do you care? I dug him up myself. I went there straight last night, and I only had a little spade, but I dug all night. I took out his coffin, I brought him here, and I did that for you. It's not my baby anymore. It's just me, isn't it? So do what you want with it. I don't want it back. Do you have children?
I don't see how that's relevant, Emma.
No.
I think that's it.
Do you bleed? Can I go now?
Yes. Are you all right, Emma? If you want to see the company psychiatrist...
I'm not crazy! I'm actually not sure.
Not sure of what?
If you bleed.
Emma, come in. Are you all right? Emma,
I'm going to
come
quit.
in. All right. Why?
I hate you.
I see. Why?
I don't know who you are. You don't tell me anything about who you are.
I'm your manager.
What's your name? What's even your name?
Why do you want to know my name?
You know my name.
I'm your manager.
So why can't I know your name?
It's not relevant to know my name.
What do I call you? I mean, this is really important. What do I call
You
you?
don't need to call me anything, Emma.
I don't know anything about you. Do you have children?
Emma.
I bet you're not married.
Emma.
You don't have sex, do you? You just work. But I bet when you go to sleep at night, you're so lonely. Just tell me the truth.
Emma. Emma!
You're so fucking lonely, aren't you?
Calm down.
I am calm.
No. Emma. Calm down. We're worried about you, Emma. For some reason, losing your baby seems to have affected your judgment.
What do you care?
We have a duty of care to every employee.
Are my sales figures down?
You've been touching the sides of your computer while you work. You've been touching your hair more often than usual, and your breathing has become deeper.
Are my sales figures down though?
And now you're saying you want to quit altogether.
Yes, but are my sales figures down?
It's out of character. Yes, your sales figures are down. So would you like to talk to the company psychiatrist? Emma, please. You seem agitated.
Oh, I just want to get out. That's all I want to do.
I see.
There's nothing wrong with me.
You said you wanted to quit.
There's
but
nothing wrong with me.
There's no reason for you to quit, is there?
Except that I want to.
It just doesn't make any sense.
But I want to.
Exactly. So you can see why I'm concerned. I suggest you talk to the psychiatrist. As soon as you're well, you can make a decision.
No, you can't stop me leaving, can you?
No, I can't.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
But if you quit without an agreed resignation, we will sue you for breach of contract.
You'll sue me.
Yes,
You.
the company.
No, you.
The company.
No. You're a person. You could just let me go if you wanted to.
This is policy.
No, you're making a decision.
I'm following policy. You're not well.
Yes, I am.
That's what you think.
How do you know what I think?
We've been monitoring you very closely, Emma.
So you think you know me better than I do?
We can see what's wrong.
No, I know that I'm fine.
You're not.
Wait, I have to see someone?
I think that's best.
What will he do?
Help you.
How?
He'll help you to get over Darren and the baby. He'll help you not to worry. He'll help you to focus. He'll help you to be a success.
Like you?
Yes. Isn't that what you want?
No.
What else is there?
Mess. Play. Failure. Your breathing just got deeper.
All right then.
Yes.
All right to see someone. Emma?
Yes.
Good. 6:15 tomorrow after work?
Fine.
Okay. Take this with you. Is there anything else?
No.
Emma, come in. Sit down. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good, good. And how are things at work?
They're fine, thanks.
Tell me.
Well, my sales figures are back to normal after meeting with the doctor. My concentration is far better now. So yes, I think it's all going very well.
Good. We do have a duty of care to every employee. It's important that you stay healthy. The environment you work in is safe, that you feel comfortable and secure, that you feel balanced, safe, and in control. Do you feel comfortable in the office now?
Yes.
You feel safe?
Yes.
No problems? No arguments?
No.
Disagreements?
No.
You get along with everyone?
Yes.
So you are all friends?
Yes.
Good. Well, that's all as it should be. So, there are no problems.
No.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No.
No worries? Concerns? Distractions?
No. It's all fine.
Good. It's all fine. Would you like to take this opportunity to talk to me about anything else?
No, thank you.
Good. Well, that's all then. Thank you.
Thank you. Rucha, the manager and director.
We'll do that at the end. Right. You can come on too. Why don't you come around this side, Abby, after? Okay, you stay as it. Okay. Anushka, assistant director. Dimitri, musician. I guess we don't have to do that now since there's not people on the side.
Lights.
Oh, and lights. Oh, wait.